Hi, hello. Okay, it's been a minute, it's been a while. I'll try not to make this a habit. Yeah, I'm uploading a video. I wanted to upload this during Black History Month because it's about, my experience, thoughts on discrimination. Not like for educational purposes, just my opinion, just my experience, just what I think about the word discrimination in general. I had a lovely opportunity. So I got invited to a lovely event for Black Lives Matter, and the event was held by university students in Japan, Toyo University students, and they are such an amazing bunch. They did so much research, or at least as much as they can before the event itself. They had me and a few other people, a lot of you may know me from, Black Experience Japan. He was there. I too got to speak as a guest there and spoke about my experience and thoughts on discrimination, being Black and Japanese, growing up in Japan and, in the States, going back and forth, and what I felt, thought, and saw and heard. And we did this last summer, and I am so sorry to the people, to the lovely university students at Toyo University. I said I was gonna put this up, and it's been like over about half a year. Really sorry. I wanted to put this up sooner, but procrastination got me, you know what I mean? Well, either way, regardless, ooh, ooh, regardless, I'm still posting this video. Enjoy. Yeah, here's my thoughts, experience about discrimination.
Hello everyone, I'm Ami. Thank you for participating in this workshop. I'd like to introduce very basic information about Black Lives Matter.
Hello again, everyone. My name is Ivana, and I'm gonna talk about police brutality.
Thank you for coming our workshop. I want to ask you this question. Do you think there is systemic racism against Black people in Japan? I introduced 3 common cases of discrimination that many Black people have experienced in Japan. First one is that many Japanese don't want to sit down next to Black people on the train. I think some of you have seen this situation. Many Japanese expect that Black people cannot speak Japanese and can speak English, even though they might have grown up in Japan. Yeah, you might have said to someone you just met, "Oh, you can speak Japanese?" Or like, "Can you speak some phrases in English?" 初対面の黒人ハーフの人に、例えば日本語話せるんですか？すごいですねとか、なんか英語で喋ってみてよとか、そういうふうに言ってしまうということです。They are expected to be good at sports. Let's say you were a soccer player and you saw a black man as an opponent. Maybe you might expect that a black man must be a good player. 例えば、サッカーの試合であなたの相手チームに黒人の選手がいたとしたら、多くの日本人は、おそらくその人は、強いんだろうなとか、きっといいプレーをするんだろうなと思ってしまうようなことです。All the above mentioned cases take place in Japan, and of course there are other examples of discrimination beside them. And I ask you another question, is that what is the cause of this type of discrimination? I want you to think of it based on your experience. And next slide, please. Finally, I want to think of these 2 topics again. Whether there is systemic racism against Black people in Japan or not, and the cause of the common discrimination against Black people in Japan.
So now we would like to invite our guest speakers one by one to share their stories with us. And firstly, we'll have Katie speaking. So please welcome her and let's hear what message she has for us. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Katie, and I'm Black and Japanese, and I have been discriminated. When I recognized this discrimination most was definitely after I transferred to a Japanese school. Not because I went to a Japanese school, but after I went to a Japanese school. In school or outside of school, I don't think I was ever bullied, but constantly being told or asked or surprised by my differences. Like, oh, your skin is so dark, or your hair is so curly, it's so big, you have really long legs, you have a tiny head. Like, just the most random things, just people would point out my differences. Like, people would say I'm different. Being told those things didn't bother me. It didn't really bother me too much, because I'm different. I know I'm different. And you telling me that I'm different isn't going to change anything except that you recognize that I'm different. The definition of discrimination, right? There's two definitions. One, it is to recognize a difference between one thing and another, discrimination. But it also means the unjust and unfair treatment of people who are different. So when does discrimination go from recognizing a difference to the unfair treatment of different people? I think, personally, it's when people start attaching their assumptions to those differences that they recognize. For example, you hear like these little kids talking. There's one little black kid, and then there's like a bunch of other Japanese kid. One child would be like, "You're brown, so you must be dirty." That's an assumption. They recognize the difference. They are brown. They are a different color. But to assume that that difference in color equals that person is dirty, that's where that discrimination against starts. Me being Japanese and Black, this is, I feel like a lot of my mixed folks out there know how this feels. But being mixed, I should know multiple languages. I should know multiple cultures. I should know multiple histories. And if I don't know, then I look as though I lack, as though I'm stupid, as though I should know these things. Why don't you know? You're Black and Japanese. You should know how to speak English. You should know how to speak Japanese because you're both. And if I'm not, then I'm treated as though I am only half of who I am when I am fully me. The term half isn't that great. It's a derogatory term. It's a term that they used back in the day to belittle people that were mixed because there weren't many of us. Same thing with Black people. The word nigga was used to belittle, to separate, to use against. Same thing with half. And then another one, job opportunities. My hair is curly. That's facts. My hair is big. That's facts. That's fine. You recognize the difference. But to assume that my hair is unkempt because it's big, it's curly, it's fluffy, it's frizzy compared to yours is an assumption attached to that difference. My hair, it looks fake. My hair is unprofessional for businesses, so I can't get a job as easy as another person. My hair is unfit for society's standards because I am different to whatever it is that people think is the normal. But yeah, discrimination, when does it go from recognizing a difference to treating people unfairly? I think it's when people assume things when they recognize that difference. And I can go on for days as to why people treat people bad, but I only have 10 minutes. I don't know how much I have left, but I only have two things left that I want to say. I hope everybody is listening. Two things left. One, I would love for you to remember this. Carry it wherever you go. Remember it whenever you need to. But I'd like for you to remember that different is different. Different is not better. Different is not worse. Different is not wrong, not right, below, or above. Different is simply different. Like, you're just different. And it's okay. It's fine to be different. It was never wrong to be different in the first place. Different is only different. Not better, not worse, not anything else. And the last thing, the very last thing, I don't know, I can't see your faces. I don't know if everybody's showing their camera, but I have a question for everybody here. How many people, that aren't Black or mixed, have a Black or mixed friend, Black or mixed coworker, or just see people every other day walking down the street that's either Black or mixed. Right? I don't know. I can't see your hands. You know, put a little emoji in the chat. I don't know. You know, show of hands. How many people have those people in their lives? How many people have a Black or mixed person in their life? You don't have to know them personally. Like you see someone that's Black or mixed, or you know, you work with someone that's Black or mixed, or you have friends that are Black or mixed. It's their stories that you need to hear. Their stories are more important than my story because you know them, not me. Those people that are around you in your circle go through these things. My story is not what you need to hear, it's their stories. And I'd like to end my little talk and my experience and what my thoughts are and discrimination here. Thank you for listening, and I will pass it on to whoever's next. I don't know who's next. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you guys for watching. That was my thoughts on discrimination being Black and Japanese that I did last year. Yeah, hold up. Big shout out, thank you to Toyo University for holding this. Thank you Ami, Ivana, Kento, and Shinnosuke. Dang it. I thought I remembered everybody. I'm sorry. I remember all of you. I remember your faces. That's the important part. Remember your faces. Yeah, peace out. Have a nice day. Night. I don't think I have anything else to talk about. Is there anything else? Oh! Dude, what's the name? That guy. Takashi. I think it's Takashi. Hold on. Ha! Takashi. Fuck. No, it was Takashi. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Takashi from Japan did an interview. So yeah, I'm up over there too if you want to check his video out. I don't know how to do the little card thing yet. Maybe I'll learn. But it'll be linked down below somewhere, possibly, most likely. Bye bye.